And not having a retirement plan is one thing, but when you save, invest, and plan only to see that money disappear, that's another. Fox 5 team's Dana Fowle sat down with a 73-year-old woman who now finds herself rather broke.
It's such a sad story, but she wanted to tell it because she wanted other people to know. Wanda Dye and her husband, I'm telling you, they did everything right. They planned well for retirement. Her husband passed away. He left her financially secure, or so he thought. Now, her story is what her lawyer calls elder financial exploitation, is a tune we're hearing far too often. These dulcet sounds often drift out of this mountain home. Wanda Dye picked up the bass guitar after her husband died.
It showed me that an old dog can learn new tricks.
She's feisty, and she fought back sadness when he died soon after they bought their retirement home.
And he wanted it for me to get me, up in the mountains, which we had talked about for years,
But 73-year-old Miss Dye is about to lose her serene spot in the trees. In a lawsuit against MetLife and Pruco Securities, she claims an investment broker who worked for both of them fraudulently mismanaged more than $1 million in assets she had when her husband died. Today, she's broke.
I've only got enough for 2 more months.
You're going to lose your home? This recently filed suit says that after her husband died, MetLife Securities agreed to help manage her money. She says Winston Wade Turner showed up at her Rabun County home and told her that she could trust him with her life savings.
And he was writing down things, and he was, putting down there, like, look what I could do with this money. Just look what I could do. And he spent like 2 or 3 hours with me.
She says everything was fine for a while. Her broker even switched firms to Pruco Securities, but that nothing for her had changed. She still had access to her money. But what she didn't know then was that she was a victim of a practice that financial regulators call twisting. Her attorney, Jason Doss, says her broker was buying and selling her investment over and over again, and she paid expensive fees every time.
So he was selling an annuity product that has a high commission up front, liquidating that annuity, causing a surrender charge to be paid by the customer to then sell a new annuity to make a new commission.
But there's more. Her broker, Winston Turner, told her he had another money-making deal for her.
A fictitious entity that he convinced her to invest in biofuels, which doesn't exist. And she lost over $500,000 just in that investment alone.
She never knew anything was amiss, even though others did. In Wanda Dye's lawsuit, she says that both MetLife and Pruco Securities failed to warn or notify her about Winston Wade Turner's misconduct. In fact, Pruco Securities fired him for how he handled investments, just like Wanda's. But they didn't tell her. Even when FINRA, the regulatory group, started investigating him back in 2015, nobody told her. And she wasn't notified when he was banned from the industry. She now knows, though, because her money is gone, and her broker is too.
Wanda, how old are you?
73.
And you just went back to work?
Yes, she's working, standing 6 hours a day with a painful foot condition.
I have club feet, and I had 2 knee replacements done last year.
She's grateful to be working, but her job simply doesn't bring in enough to pay her mortgage.
I guess I get kicked out of my home.
Now, she says she found out about all of this when an FBI agent visited her and said that they were looking into Winston Wade Turner as well. Now, the Fox 5 team has reached out to both companies being sued here. Pruco Securities says can't comment on pending litigation. MetLife says it's still looking into the matter. They'll get back to us.
Bless her heart. Awful.
It is. It is.
It's awful. It really is. Now, is she the only one with complaints about him? Obviously not. Yeah.
That's just it. According to the regulatory agency's own records, there's a long list of clients, goes back years, who submitted claims against Winston Wade Turner similar to Ms. Dye's. So we're going to keep following it.
Hopefully a quick resolution for her.
I hope so.
Dana, thank you.